Hello there and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts video. You're not going to believe this, but I recorded a whole video and then it went. So I'm not going to change the cards, I'm just going to read the cards again, so I'll probably move through it quite quickly, and then we'll move on to the Goddess cards, which I have chosen, but I'm not sure what they are yet. Today is Tuesday the 29th of November, and we are just going to look at the energies for the rest of the year. So we're at the end of the year now, and we're moving into Christmas time, and I've got the green and I've got the red, so a bit of a representation of Christmas, and just to get a touch on sort of the energies and what might be coming up for us. Possibly this will resonate with someone, and if it does, you can let me know, you can make a comment. There's a notification bell, feel free to click on the notification bell. I am next to a main road here, so you might hear traffic going up and down. There's also some renovations going on next door, so you might hear that as well. So I was choosing some tarot, and I choose that intuitively. I've got the Juliet Sharman-Burke Tarot Deck, which I read intuitively. I also have my own Rider-Waite deck, which I may use, and Goddess deck, and also a new colour deck, which I might choose a card from. And in fact, I might do a little offer, so if you stay tuned to the end, I'll give you some information on that as well. So you can probably hear some banging. It's a shame my other video, I did 30 minutes of the other video and then it just stopped playing for some reason. So I kind of got the gist of what the story was in the tarot, so that means we probably have a little bit more time to go through that, because I already know what the 6 cards from the intuitive reading are. And then I have the options to do a few more decks as well, just to get clarification. So not to keep this going on too much longer, but if you want to get in touch with me, it's karen@karentinny.co.uk, or my website is www.karentinny.co.uk. And I always like to hear from you, so if something does make sense, do tell me. You can like and you can subscribe to the channel as well, and share the video, share it with somebody that you think might need to hear it. And with these things, they're not necessarily time sensitive. Yes, I am doing it 29th of November 2022, but you might come across this video at the time that you need it, because there's some relevant information which makes sense to you at that point. So the idea is, this isn't fortune telling, this isn't classic tarot either, this is an intuitive read, what spirit wants to bring through, and the energies. I'm starting to get quite cold now, so there might be a message here for somebody, and it seems quite a hopeful message from what I did in the previous video. So I'm just going to run through it quickly now, giving you the gist now that I've kind of got them in my mind as to how they were going. So the first card is the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords comes galloping in, and he comes with a message. There's this sword here, which is usually thinking, thoughts, communications, but he's charging in, he's coming in at great speed. So there is going to be somebody who arrives in your life. Now he is coming in with the pink, so the heart center is pink and green. It is very much a representation of the heart energy, the loving energy, caring energy. So this person is coming in with that, and he's inclined to sweep you off your feet. If you're a woman, this can be somebody who comes in romantically to sweep you off your feet. But you should also be aware of that certain romantic elements will need grounding. And so this is fantastic. But what happens after the sweeping? What happens afterwards? But it can also point to somebody who's into intellectual thinking. It can point to someone who has great communication, perhaps works with legal aspects, financial aspects, and they're coming in, they're charging in as a knight to save you. So it doesn't matter who you are, there's element of this energy, the energy of that knight, of cutting through the red tape, cutting through what needs to be cut through. So it's that energy is coming in to save the day, you know. And again, it's that speed. The trees are blowing, perhaps a little clumsily as well. This horse looks like it's kind of losing its momentum or its control a little, and so it's keeping a tight rein on that. It's, you know, if you're riding a horse and it's galloping, you have to be in control. You have to, and perhaps this is someone who has that ability to control something when it's going out of control. And then we had the Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, which can point to a period of unemployment, can point to a period of lack, of feeling left out in the cold. And they've got little canes or walking sticks here, so they're not feeling very well. It can be sickness or illness, or just the kind of disability of having, sorry, there is a wasp in my room, so I'm keeping an eye on it. I think we've got a wasp nest somewhere, because it keeps coming in. They keep coming in. I know, November, right? So these guys are just a little bit forlorn is the word. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's the word I'm getting. But they're not seeing what's behind them. They're not seeing the light of the chapel, the light of the stained glass window. They're not seeing the Five Pentacles, which is the money. There is money here. There is support here. They just need to raise their head and to look and see what is available. And you can see in the window there's little plants, little roses growing. So that's new growth. There is newness available to them. There is support coming in for a new life. They can change this. The Five is change. So this can be changed if we could only look and see that there is support. There's financial support coming in. There's financial support available. And then we had the Ten of Swords, but the Ten of Swords were upside down. So this way, this is the ending. So this guy's had enough. He's had everything thrown at him. He can't take any more. He's kind of been there, done that, got the t-shirt. He's been through everything. You know, all these experiences we have in life, yeah, he's done it. And they've caused him pain and suffering and regret. And, you know, it might be someone with backache. You know, you feel you've been stabbed in the back. You probably feel you've been stabbed quite a lot. And you feel you can't go on. You feel you can't muster the strength. You know, you're connecting to the ground here. You're asking Gaia, you know, I can't go on. You know, you feel that way. But this came up upside down, which means you can go on. Gravity will have a way of drawing these swords out one by one. They will draw them out of your back. They will remove them for you. They will allow them to come out. And it might be one by one. It might be letting go of pain. It might be therapy in some way. And so you move from one aspect to another and you deal with that and you let it go. You take that sword out of your back forever and you throw it away. This is saying that, you know, the 10 is 1 and 0, new beginnings. So it's saying there's a period of new beginning because we are removing these for you. Nature is removing these for you. It's not something you have to do yourself. There is assistance here to get these out of the way. And so when you look at the 3 together, you have this support coming in. You have this night rushing in. You have this someone sweeping you off your feet or bringing you what you need at speed. And it looks like you do need support, you do need help, you do need to see what's here in order to allow all that suffering, all that dejection, all that pain to leave. The next card was the World. I think we're going to get through this one quite quickly because I've done these cards already a moment ago. The World, and in the World we have, which I thought was interesting, we have this wreath, and at this time of year we all put the wreath on the Christmas wreath on the door. So there's almost an element of, this is about Christmas time. There's almost an element of during this period of Christmas time, you can see that this lady is sort of barely clothed, and she's in this space, almost like in this womb, in this cocoon. So she's rebuilding her life. Suddenly the world is open to her. Suddenly it's the world is your oyster. You can step out And she's not stepping out yet, but very soon she's equipping herself with this robe of purple, which is spiritual. Purple is your spiritual color. So she's harnessing the spiritual support in order to step out with her wands. So she's going to be doing a little bit of magic. She's working magic on her life. She's going to change things, she or he. I'm just saying she for the card representation, but this can be for men as well. So you're going to change something in your life, and you've got support of spirit. You've got the angelic support. You've got the gods coming in. So there's a period of change, a cycle, a new cycle is coming in. A new cycle where you're being reborn, where you're being seen. So there's a nakedness here. So it's, yes, seen, but dropping everything, letting go of everything in order to step into the new world, the new you. What happens? The new year. So there's an element of during Christmas, you will let go of everything and you will become reborn. Babies are born naked. So it's almost like you'll be reborn during Christmas period. So you can step into your new world, your new life, the new year. And with that came the moon. So the moon is taking things out of the darkness and into the light. So it is about expressing all sides of you. So we all have shadow, we all have light, we all have the darkness and the bitterness, and we all have the light. So there's an element of bringing it all out. There could be an element here of the waters. So the moon pulls on the waters, on the tides, on the oceans. So there's an element of emotions, the waters, your waters. And how, like the Cancerian here, so the little crab points to Cancerian, and they're very watery, they're very emotional. And the two sides must be balanced, the black and the white, the yin and the yang. There's a necessity to balance all sides of yourself and still remain strong, still have the two pillars, still remain grounded. I was also saying that because there's this split between the two, perhaps it is splitting of a family, splitting of a home, moving to two different locations. The masculine and the feminine, there could be a split in the masculine and the feminine. So, but all of this is coming to light. All of this is going to be seen. You've got the sun and the moon there, although it's the moon card. So it's bringing everything into daylight so we can clear the emotions. And there can be heavy emotions, particularly around a full moon. I think it's the busiest time in A&E during a full moon. The police have a busy time during full moon because it's able to draw on the tides. And if it's drawing on the tides and you're 97% water, 97%, something like that, then it's drawing on your waters and it affects the brain, it affects behavior. So mind yourself during the moon time. Be aware of, also for women, moon time, periods, menstruation. And you can go a little, I don't want to say crazy, but it can really affect your mood and affect your thinking because things are being drawn in all different directions. Cycle, again, you're cycling in and out of this circular, cycle for a woman. And during moon time, during this period, there's two aspects of yourself that are expressing themselves as well. So there's a balancing, there's a rebalancing every month. And so this could point to it being a month, which is December, which is Christmas. So around the Christmas period as well, be mindful of your emotions. Don't let your emotions get carried away. Ground your emotions, Make sure that your oceans of emotions go into like a little tributary, which is grounded in the earth. So find ways to connect to the earth. If this is leaving you emotional, connect to the ground, connect to the earth. You will need the support of the earth as these things move from you. Because even though sometimes we have pain and suffering and worries or issues that we have to face, sometimes when we remove them, we're left a little bit vacant, a little bit lost, because that was our focus and now it's gone, and now Where do we focus? What do we do? And it can be difficult. So be aware that with change, the emotions will be pulled in different directions. So it was the world, the moon, and then the Four of Swords. So it was the Four of Swords, but it was upside down. And so what I want to say about the Four of Swords is it's all about rest. It's all about meditation. It's all about introspection, stillness, stopping, which I need to listen to actually. And so it's taking the time to do that, even if it's 4 minutes, but a dedicated 4 minutes. It's almost like you have to set your alarm for 4 minutes, stop, and just let that pass. Do nothing, think nothing. Don't move a muscle. Let the body settle. Listen. That's present moment. And we're never in the present moment, are we? And so it's upside down, and that's what it's telling you. So the advice is to get into the present moment. And when you're quiet and when you're still, you will get answers. These swords are thoughts, ideas coming through, coming to you, coming into your head when you're in this relaxed position. You have the wisdom, you have the experience and the thoughts and the understanding that you carry with you, but you will continue to receive more if you can sit and meditate, relax, just lie down. And it means that we're moving more into the heart. There's an element of we think we have answers to everything and we use our mind. So you have a question, you answer it with your mind, and that's your answer. But this is suggesting perhaps if we stop, it will allow the heart energy to open. It will allow the heart to inform us. The light of the window comes through the heart. So it's saying drop down into the heart. Drop down into that energy. And I'm wearing green today, which is heart energy. In this top. And I've got the red of the heart. And four is your structure. 4 is your foundation. 4 is a great building number. She's on this solid, secure, well-built, cemented, perhaps uncomfortable, but it's physically strong. She can lie on it and feel physically supported. And that is what we need, because we're not feeling that. We're feeling dejected. We're feeling out in the cold. We're feeling at a loss, at lack. We've got all these worries and we're just overburdened. He's face down. When we receive intellectual information from above, we are face up. We have our heart chakra open. And the heart will give you a different answer. So when you ask the question with your mind, it will tell you an answer. You drop down into the heart. Ask your heart. Expand your heart open. Imagine the green expanding all around you. The heart is intelligent. It has vibration. It has frequency. It can be felt a long way around your body. I can't remember what it is, but it's very expansive. I think it's miles. So this is intelligent. It is a receiver. It receives information and it also emits information. And it can emit healing, information, power. There's a lot going on in this energy center. As well as I was also getting the last time when I just did this read a little while ago, that it's listening to the heartbeat as well. So you might be rushing around your life and you don't notice that your physical heart is beating. So there might be some heart issues. So pay attention to that. So you might need to rest. Sometimes you don't notice until you stop. Even if you're driving a car, right? You're driving the car and you just pull over in a safe spot and you just stop and listen to your heart. Is it beating fast? Is it beating slow? And when you sit there for a moment, it's funny, the alarm going off. And it is almost like, that's where the attention needs to be actually, on the heart. That sets off the signal. That sets off the alarm. Is there something alarming going on with your heart energy? I'm hoping that will stop. Usually someone comes out and switches it off. So here we have this person who has stopped and they can hear their heart. Thank you. The heart energy is a different answer. So you'll get your mind answer, your heart answer. And then what does that tell you? How can you move forward? And as it was upside down, it's telling you, you need to do this. You're not doing it. You're blocking this information. So you need to do this. You need to rest. We're also busy with work and family and activity, and we're trying to fit everything in, and we do it, and we structure everything. 4 is structure. But it's almost like we need, even if you have to structure, 4 minutes of quiet. Go into the bathroom, sit in the loo, close the door. Time yourself 4 minutes. Nothingness. Not even brushing your teeth, not even listening to music. Because that can take you off on a whole journey. Which is a great way to get information. But this is saying, stop. This is saying, when you simply switch off for a moment, I can feel it immediately. I can feel my muscles relax. I can feel my lungs are breathing. I can feel my belly rise. I can feel the pulse in my hands. I can feel my hair on my head. I can feel the warmth of my body. I can feel my feet on the floor. I'm listening to the sounds. But then close your eyes. And it's like you're sinking deeper, deeper, deeper. Don't do that if you're driving, by the way. Don't close your eyes. Pull over to a safe space. And then it's just being aware of your breath, being aware of, can you feel your heart beating? And then my stomach, my intestines, my internal organs, all alive, all working for me. All doing the most incredible things. If you knew what your body was doing every day, all the intricate combinations, exchanges, releases, receiving, expanding, expressing, emitting, all the synapses, all the flashes of electricity, all the mucosal being created. And there you have your 4 minutes of rest, your 4 minutes of receiving, your 4 minutes of calm. And then you can go back into your day different. Then you know that there is so much going on with you. There is so much support. There is so much more in your existence and who you are than just this mind racing, running, to do, doing. It's beneficial to connect with this, not just because it's physical, because it's more than that. It is more than physical. It is alive. You know, you've got bacteria everywhere. You know, you're breathing in 10 to the power of 36 viruses a day. That's 10 with 36 zeros. That's how many viruses are in the air that you breathe, in the soil where your food comes from, in the ocean where your fish comes from. That's all with you. It's so complex. So 2 goddess cards flew out. So I'm going to read them now. Don't know what they are. Okay, so the first one is Freya. So it's about being bold. Just look at that. So there's a lot of angel wings around. There's some crystals. There's a cat, like a bobcat. It's gold. She's got one of those, it's like a horn, but it's like a calling, a communication. There's a rainbow. She's in what could be described as a belly dancing outfit, which I'm becoming more and more familiar with. That's my new hobby. And it says, unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. So there's an aspect of this which is requiring you to embody that boldness. Don't be afraid. When you connect to the heavens, when you connect to the earth and nature, when you are ready to sound your voice, to blow the trumpet and say, I'm here. I'm here and I look amazing, male or female, whichever way it is. But you are entitled to your life. You are entitled to live your best life. And doing so under the guidance of these gods, these goddesses. That feline quality, that feline spirit, that wildness. There's a wildness to that, a sensuality, but a power to not be overruled by society and its meek little ways. Sometimes to achieve, sometimes to help others, you do have to be bold. You do have to express yourself a bit more. So she's, the trumpet is about expressing. It's about sounding. It's about giving voice. It's about making noise. It's about, being heard. And the other one is Anya. And it's leap of faith, or Anya, leap of faith. It says, take a risk, put your heart's true desire into action. Oh, my camera just went. Are we okay? I think we're still okay. My goodness, I hope that hasn't gone black, but in my screen it just went black. So, sorry if it did for you. So this is leap of faith, and you can see she is literally just throwing her arms out. She is saying, I want to just jump forward to this and take a risk, and the God will catch me. I trust that I have the wings to fly. I trust that if I leap forward, I will be caught. It is the right direction. It takes a lot of courage to do that, to have that leap of faith. But you are being told to be bold. You are being told that perhaps your boldness will allow you, and it can be in a decision. So there's an element of, if there's a decision you need to make and you're kind of afraid to make it, you might hurt people, but you feel it's right for you, you feel you want to take that leap, then be bold and do it. Be bold, and as long as it's coming from the higher aspects, coming from the highest good for all concerned, especially your own highest good, then be bold and make that decision. Be bold and step forward. Be bold and be heard. Don't hide. Take that leap into something new. And this is about newness as well. So this is about, this sort of building this new being in this womb, coming out at the Christmas time with this new experience. So I'm just going to take one of my color cards now and see if they want to give us some more guidance on a color, because we're at 29, and then I might do a regular tarot and just see if that can bring everything together. So color is a great way to have healing as well, a great way to bring balance to your life. So sometimes you just need to add a bit of color into your life in some regard, which has because it's a vibration, it has an effect on you physically, and then as it has an effect on you physically, things change within you physically, energetically, emotionally. And then as you change and your vibration is different, then it's like the ripples, it moves out and it affects others. So it's always be mindful of you and what you bring to the table. Other people can interfere with you all the time, but that's where you need your grounding, your protection. You need to understand all of that work and how to know what is your stuff and what is someone else's stuff as well. Okay, so can we have one colour, please? One colour for the 29th of November for the group that are watching. And it's good to include this into your wardrobe in some way. So it can be wearing earrings of a certain colour, wearing nail varnish of a certain colour. Oh, there we go. It could be, wearing socks of a certain colour or underwear. If you don't want to wear, if you're typically wearing black, put it underneath because that'll change things, and it's lilac, and it's strengthen your faith, and that's beautiful. Look how delicate that is, and the colouring on that is very like the colouring of this card as well, isn't it? So it's your strengthen your faith, leap of faith. So there may be an element of coming back to your religion, I'm just getting here, or even just coming back to praying. So it might be that you're just sending up prayers for assistance, and it's a really good idea to do that. All prayers are heard and all prayers are answered. So it's whether you are able to receive what is coming through. But I recommend everyone prays. Praying is great. Whether it's a prayer you learned when you were 8, you're still sending up a signal. That's what it is. It's a vibration you're sending out, and then that is received by the spirit world and is attended to. So it's not so much this prayer is this, or I can only pray in this way. You can simply ask for support, and again, that's just the vibration of sending out that signal and they receive it. But this is lilac, strengthen your faith. And you can see it's got the lilac has 4 petals here. So 4 again is the foundation, structure, support, building the new. And it's quite a light version of that purple colour. So it's almost like higher aspects. So your crown chakra is here and it's open to the spirit world. And the lilac's almost the highest light version of that. So it's a very high, perhaps godlike, which is probably why it says strengthen your faith. Let's just read from it because I don't know the meanings that well. Bear with. So it's number 42. 4 and 2 is 6. 6 tends to be about love and I think relationships. So let's just get this for you, and we can just give you a little snippet of what it's about. So lilac strengthens your faith, activates your intuition, and increases your psychic abilities. So again, it's crown chakra. It is a soft, gentle colour that encourages you to expand your spiritual awareness and improve your connection to the divine. Again, connection with God. Free yourself from old patterns and regain your inner power with lilac. And that's it. Free yourself from the old. Regain your inner power. You can see she's dressed in purple. Regain that inner power. She's powerful. She's got wands there. She can create magic. Strengthen your faith by bathing yourself in magnificent lilac light. And so you can wear something lilac, a blouse or a shirt. You often see men wearing shirts in lilac. And actually it's funny because the bottom of the goddess deck that I have looking at me, because I took 2 cards from the goddess deck, the underside, which is staring at me, is lilac colour and it's infinite supply. So you will be supported. A lot to do with money here as well. You are supplied for today and all your tomorrows. And it's beautiful versions of purple and lilac there. So it's gorgeous. Faith is a strong belief in something that's not obviously visible to the eye. Too often, people give up just before something incredible is about to occur. Lilac is here to remind you to have faith in the divine. Ask for what you would love to occur, and then rub your third eye, which is here, which is usually indigo. Imagine that you have a lilac magnet in your third eye. So that's almost like, you could imagine it like, a diamond or something, like a crystal, and it's magnetic. And it will start attracting your desires to you. Very interesting. Activate this magnet by visualizing it and saying activate. So we imagine this crystalline lilac magnet in our third eye, and we say activate, and it immediately starts working and drawing all the things we need to us. Then rejoice internally, knowing that your request has been answered. So whatever you have requested, whatever question you have asked for an answer for, you've asked for something, you've asked to receive, you've asked for this gift from the divine to come rushing into you. You've asked for it. So now feel internally joyful, knowing that your request has been answered. To strengthen your faith, buy a lilac coloured filter and stick it on a window in your house where the sun enters the room. Sit next to this window and allow yourself to be bathed in the magnificent lilac light. That's quite a nice idea. Say, with every breath I take, my faith in myself and the divine is renewed. I am ready to receive the highest love and abundance from the universe. So that's just lovely. That's a lovely way to finish. That's the leap of faith that you're about to take. That's surrounding yourself in this lilac light, this soft lilac light. We have activated this lilac magnet in your third eye, and we are going to be bold in stepping forward with all that the divine pours onto us, because it's going to help, it's going to assist. We are about to take risks. Again, take risks and be daring. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So it is about moving forward with that. Let me just see if I can get one of the major arcanas from my Rider-Waite just before I finish. It might be nice just to see Rider-Waite, please. Just one more card just to clarify the message for everyone who's watching. As I say, like, comment, subscribe if you can. It really helps. If you'd like to share this video, just copy the link and share it. Share it with people you know. Share it on your channels, on your Facebook, your Insta. I try and share it as well. You'll find information on me in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well, but I don't do a lot of Twitter. So the card we have is, oh my goodness, it's the World again. So again, cycles repeating themselves, things happening again and again, moving out of one cycle and into another. So that's how I'm going to read this. It is moving out of this being reborn, actually, and there is that Christian religion, born again Christians. So it's not about born again Christians, but it is about being reborn. It is about moving into a new cycle. It is about having the support of the gods of spirit, the courage of the lion to take the risk, the determination of the bull, of the Taurian to move forward. The Leo, the Leo has courage and passion and love, huge open heart. So you've got all these different elements, and again we have the Christmas wreath, so this is Christmas time. So I'm reading these things intuitively. They obviously have different meaning, but today we're reading it intuitively. And here she has the nakedness, the newness. So when you're born again, when a child is born, it's naked, it's new, it's brand new. It hasn't been contaminated yet. So there is all of this newness, rebirth, freshness, a blank canvas. It's starting again, starting a new cycle. And so 10 and 10 and 1, so 21. So 2 and 1 is 3, and 3 is about financial balance, and it's 3 is the magic number. So again, there is magic here. She has her wands in her hand. So in order to create magic, you must step out and take the risk. You must be bold. You must take time to understand what it means for who you're becoming. And this could be gestating as well. This could be sitting, you're not doing that. You're not having that inner, those inner moments where you can find out who you are, what do you want, how do you wish to move forward, and receive the support. And moving forward heart-centered, moving forward with an open heart. So that is a very interesting read, and I think very, very positive. And I would definitely suggest some meditation, some quiet time, even 4 minutes, that structured 4, just to connect with yourself, just to discover who you are right now. Because with everything that's happened, we all change. With all of our experiences, we change. And so, if you stay the same, then I think it's impossible. So I hope that humanity is consistently changing throughout their lives. People staying the same is not good. You should learn something from every experience and others' experiences as well. And that should make you want to make different choices, step forward in different ways, learn different things. There's so much to learn. You never stop learning. You never stop growing. And that's a big aspect. It's time. And it doesn't mean taking on a degree or a PhD or anything like that. It just means in mindset, understanding more about who and what you are, who and what you want in life, and how to step forward, how to get the courage, how to get the boldness, how to feel that you want to take that risk. You want a new cycle, a new life, a new world to open up to you. And in order to do so, you have to let go of the past. You have to be prepared to allow people to help you. You have to be prepared to see that there is support around you, that it's important to acknowledge what is happening, to acknowledge your emotions, to acknowledge both sides of the coin, and to see that a new world exists and is possibly going to be coming in within the next month, within the next lunar cycle, within Christmas time. Things are going to change. But you want to move forward with the heart. You want to move forward having done your introspection. You want to move forward having built up a habit or a schedule of timeouts. Super important, because that gives you the energy to be bold, and that gives you the energy to take a leap of faith and just jump into something, because it is in that tapping into that faith, tapping into that spirituality, that new foundation, activating this third eye to draw everything you want to you. So you can see it in real. So you can see it. The 4s represent foundation, realness, structure. So you can make it real. So you can draw it to you so it becomes real in your life. And that's the world you want to create. That's your new world. So I hope that has helped. I hope that has made some sense. I think this video has been okay, apart from that little blackout, which you may not have seen, but I saw. Thank you very much for watching. Do let me know if it resonates with anyone. It's a very interesting read, particularly coming up to the Christmas period. It's a good read. I feel comfortable with it. I feel that particularly with the cost of living crisis and with the expenses of this time of year, that is showing us there is support available. Even if we call in the higher to support us financially, that is allowed. You can do that. You can ask for support. You can pray for things to resolve. You can pray to find new ideas and step forward into your world. So that's from me. Do let me know how it resonates. Comment, share, like, hit the notification, and best of all, subscribe to the channel so you'll be in tune the next time I do anything on here. And yes, if you want a colour card drawn for yourself if you stayed to the end. Thank you very much for staying to the end. Just get in touch on my Karen Tinney Facebook page, and I will be drawing some cards later. So let me know if you're interested in a colour card specifically for you, just to give you the energy in the run up to Christmas. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you. I might get to do a couple more before Christmas, but I know it's busy for everyone as well as myself, so I will do my best. But for now, take care. Thank you. Lots of love, and hopefully we'll see you again next time. All right.